can I also invite our co-founder Gary, please to the stage for write-up session.
And I'm sure that all of you have already heard the presentation from my officers regarding the recovery, the new META system, the new improvements, new policy updates that we are undertaking. Just I want to reiterate that MDA now is in the phase of transforming ourselves into becoming a better agency to serve better the industry. All this while, we have been known as a regulatory agency. But the thing is, I have highlighted that MDA is not only a regulatory agency. Yes, of course, we are a regulatory agency. We are the chief regulator when it comes to medical devices. But it is not the only objective of MDA. Another objective of MDA is to promote medical device industry. That means that we need to be the backbone for the industry. So in order for the industry to grow, and we want our Malaysian industries to go further at the global level, not only stay at the national level, we want you all to grow to a next level. That's why we are coming up with new initiatives, new policies, in fact new system. Even last year, we have been successfully included the medical device sector into the new industrial cluster plan, MITEC 2030, launched by Prime Minister. Among the 5 key sectors that has been identified to be contributing to the economy of the country, medical device sector is one of the among 5. So it means that a special attention has been given by the government to this sector. What does that mean? When we say that special attention and we being the one of the key sector means that now a lot of good initiatives and a lot of positive initiatives have been identified by the government. So a lot of, let's say for example, like tax relief, a lot of new grants, new financial assistance has been identified to be given for the industry. All this while, we only be looking at manufacturers. Manufacturers, yes, of course, will get a good, initiative, positive like tax exemptions and all those kind of things. But now, with this NIMP, the government is also looking at all the whole ecosystem, not only manufacturing, but also to the distributor, to the importers, So there are new initiatives, new things that's coming up. So I hope that you are happy for the good announcements by the Prime Minister during the budget this year. So these are the things that MDA is undertaking to facilitate the growth of this industry. And in fact, I understand some of the issues that MDIA has brought to me in terms of the registration and so on. I understand how the dental products, how tedious it can be, and I understand sometimes the issue of the registration of the dental product. I have to thank Mr. Desmond and the team that you have brought up these issues to the attention of me. And I think with that, it really opens up the eyes of the MDA. We thought that dental industry or dental products would be similar to all the other products, all the other like IVD, all the GMPs and so on. But when the industry, the association brought it up to us, then we realized we cannot be putting the same equal treatment to dental and other GMP and IVD. So there are cases where I understand the issue of classification, there's the issue of grouping, the issue of grouping and family issues, that all these other issues. So specifically now, because of this new development, And I also got feedback from Ministry of Health talking about this dental products, the dental industry. Sometimes they say that this product is very less demand sometimes. Or maybe, within the period of 5 years, only can sell 1 or 2 things, you know. Or, let's say for example, dental checks, I understand. How many clinics should be installing a new dental chair every year, right? Because we want to install, maybe for 5 years, we will be getting installed the same thing. So same goes to the other devices for dental. So for that, I'm coming up with a new policy known as low volume and low demand policy. Means that any medical device, not only for dental, any medical device that has this comes under the category of low demand or low price, you get exemption from registration. So this one, we are embarking on the study first because we cannot be straight away implement. So my team will go into all the clinics, hospitals around Malaysia, including the private hospitals and clinics, to gather the information. From there, we'll have a stakeholder discussion, we have a stakeholder engagement with the industry, with the KKM and so on. Then we'll come up with this policy, a new policy to facilitate. Because not only dental, for example like ophthalmology, they are telling that some of their product, they can only sell one within 10 years. So they say that that's why not many people wants to register the product because not significant economic impact for them, no return. So those kind of things we have to think. We say that you are supposed to pay, we pay and register, but in 10 years we only can sell 1 or 2 or 3. So we compare with Singapore. So they have this policy. That's why I already instructed my team. I think this policy team is looking into it. Hopefully, I won't say timeline, but hopefully as soon as possible, we can come up with this policy to facilitate the situation. Another thing is, of course, I think my team already highlighted to the new MedCast system. The new MedCast system will be coming up with a new name, with new features to fast track more applications, approvals and so on. Now we're already coming up with 40 days, 21 days. We hope with the new system it can go more faster than that. So far, currently, I'm proud to say that Malaysia is the best in the world to give the approval within these 40 days and 21 days compared to all the other regulators. I've talked with all the regulators. I've compared Singapore, US. When we sit down, the chief regulators, when we met, we sit down and compare. Most of them were asking me, how could you do within 40 days, 21 days, we couldn't achieve it. Singapore said, no way. It's only 7 months for us. I said that we could achieve. And I can show you the system itself. So far, we are the best. Currently, Indonesia they already announced they are MITEC. Now their approval days is 45 days. They are saying that they already announced during the last global organization working party G8 meeting in China. They went up and they say they now will be fast tracking all the applications to compete with Malaysia. They announcing that. But they say that they are now 45 days, they want to bring it to 30 and then lower down. I just think that I say that if you are coming, if Indonesia can bring down 45 to 30, 30 to 20, I think Malaysia has to go from 20 to 50, 50 to 10, I guess. Because we have to keep up the ranking. Because of that, many of them started to come to Malaysia. In fact, when I was in Melbourne 2 weeks ago, Australia was telling that their industries are coming into Malaysia. They want to register, they want to get JV, they want to look into local manufacturers, local people. Because they say that we have a very good networking system. Means that if they want to, through Malaysia, if they want to enter into Philippines, let's say Iran, to other countries, it's much more faster. For example, they say this is what feedback I got it. They say they want to register in China. It takes them 2 years. to get the approval. Remember, the response was valid, so almost like 3 years. But Malaysia already signed MOU with China last November. MOU to speed up the process between Malaysia and China. And now the technical matters are being handled. So once it's finalized, we'll make an announcement that if you register, if you have an MDA, China will accept your product and give the approval immediately. That's what the promise has been made by China. So it means that if you register in MDA, immediately you can submit your application to China, and China promise that they can give approval. If let's say they already have FDA, they can give you approval within 1 year. That's what we say. It's not like 2 years. So it's a good, even though it's 1 year, I cannot be forcing China to give within 10 days, right? But at least they already promised that. But Philippines, they already immediately recognize this. If you are, let's say, you want to enter the Philippines, now you can do it. If you already have FDA, you submit to Philippines, they give you the approval immediately. So you can export your product to Philippines immediately. So that's already clear. With Arab countries, we are waiting for the date to sign. Once you sign, you need to have CE to enter into Arab. If you have FDA, you can enter into all these Arab countries, Arab Saudi, Qatar, and all the countries much more faster. So these are the new optics that we have already worked out. In Korea, we already signed with Korea in February. Now the technical things are being handled. That means that once you have FDA, you can enter into Korea immediately. But we are starting with certain products first. Then we will expect to other products. So these are the new things we are coming out for the industry. Yes. With that, I will stop for a while and maybe I will open for dialogue or questions you have. You know, feel free to ask questions. Definitely I will answer. If I don't answer, my team will answer. But you will need to do it.
So like a lot of good news today. It's more than just a dialogue. So it's a lot of giveaway. I would say. I think what you told us about the low volume, low price. I think it can be part of the solution which we are lobbying for abolish of the class 1. So because our derivation of the class 1 is a lot of low price product. For example, in tender, which the overseas, the smaller manufacturing, they find very troublesome to do all this, including GDP cost. Although the product position is not high, but they take the trouble to do GDP if they only have class 1 product. So I think that will partly solve this issue. I think there are many other issues which I brought up before. I think it's good that you all can bring up. Maybe the CEO can give you some update. I think we open to the floor. Any question?
I have a question. I don't know whether the MDA can lower some classification of some of the products. Some of the products like consumer products, like Proposa and Toothpaste, instead of classifying it as medical device, and the MDA, we look into it and classify it into cosmetic or whatever.
Okay. On the classification thing, because it is not that MDA determine the product classification, because we also follow the international guidelines and also international standards that we already have, including like ASEAN and the level. So we normally will have a harmonization meeting with all the regulators. At the ASEAN level, we will do that with all the 10 countries. It's down. So we will determine based on the description, based on the definition, and based on the intended use. These are the factors that we take into account when we classify product. It's not that only Malaysia classifies such a product. We will all agree, like for example, ASEAN will sit down and we will do the classification. So that means, if let's say we classify as a medical device, means that all the other countries also classify as medical device. And why is such a way? If we have a conflicting classification, then you have a problem when it goes to entering into other markets. Let's say we classify as a non-medical device. Then the other country is classified as a medical device. Then to enter the country, you have to fulfill all the medical device requirements, whereas you won't get it from us. So this kind of issues we have. For example, like recently, I had this issue in Taiwan. Taiwan ada MDIA itu, just to reach out the solution, dialysis solution in the Guangdong. That's one product where we classify as medical device. Taiwan classified as a pharma. So they want GMP certificates. Whereas we already classify as medical device. So to get the GMP certificate, they have to go to MDIA. MDIA says this is not a pharma product. We cannot give you a certificate. Comes to us, I cannot issue a GMP certificate because it's not a pharma and I'm not a pharma regulator. So at the end of the day, they cannot enter into Taiwan. So they will see market there. So this, to avoid this kind of issues, we based on the clear definition set by the world standard and also intended use and as well as the manufacturer's claims and so on. We have all the factors to determine if it is medical device or not to facilitate. But we constantly review these products. At the ASEAN meeting, we constantly review. So harmonization, that's what we call harmonization. Okay.
Sir. Just now you said that Philippines recognized MDA. So whatever product which is registered with MDA, if let's say we just show the MDA certificate to the Philippine authority, they will immediately approve.
Yes.
So can we have the black and white to say this?
Yeah.
I mean, because we also plan to have a branch there. So that side registration is very confusing. So if let's say we have this black and white to show authority there, that will be very easy for me.
Yeah, if you visit, because this was announced by Philippines side. In fact, MDA hasn't recognized Philippines yet. It's under ASEAN. But Philippines already announced. So if you go to the Philippines website, they already make an announcement there that if let's say you got a Malaysian registration, you can go for a faster route, faster verification process. They already announced on their website. So you can go to their website.
The website address?
I think it's a medical device webpage of Philippines. I can't remember exactly the date. It's like a MDA Philippines. If you look at the MDA Philippines, they already make the announcement.
Okay, next.
Anyone else?
Yes.
Yeah.
As Michelle mentioned just now, we from the dental industry always mention that we face a lot of challenges when we do the registration for dental devices, especially in the COVID. So, based on the latest guidance documents in the general medical device grouping published early of this year, I noticed that in the guidance document actually mentioned about there is an upcoming dental grouping guidance document is under development. So could you please share some progress? Because as I know, we actually started to communicate with MDA since few years ago, and we even try to put our effort to list down all the suggested grouping. So may I know any progress on these guidance documents?
I'm not very sure about the, you already communicated with the MDA in the stage of the mechanism. We already take into account, as I said, that industry also has met us, give us all these issues. So actually that's why we come up with that. We are now work in progress, because when we want to come up with a guidance document, it cannot be out out just within one month or 2 months. We have to do a thorough study, we have to do a market study, we have to do the risk analysis and all those kind of things. So, the thing is, it is our commitment that I'm giving to the industry that definitely we are addressing this issue. That's why we put it in our guidance document, the latest guidance document, so that you can rest assured that we are coming up with a new policy for dental items that is work in progress. I won't say that within like 1 month or 2 months or 6 months, but trust us, as soon as possible, we will come up with that and we will address this issue.
Yeah, to add on that, I think our last meeting in MDA, they say we will come up with a dental topic, and then when it's ready, they will invite the industry to involve, because we will give them more detail, I think, like what we have involved earlier, that we are giving them some detail of grouping, family, or that. So I think when they start, then they will invite us to do it, and then those are all experts in this field who invite us to be one of the members to speed up the whole thing.
I have a question. Are the Class A going to be charged 1,000? Application fee 500?
No, actually, registration fee is 500. No, processing fee is 500. Registration fees is 750. It's 1250 for Class A, not 1,500. The thing is, one thing is, this Class A, you don't need to put the CV. So you are submitting directly to us, that's first thing. Second thing is, we found out that there are many issues with Class A, especially in the country. Malaysia is becoming a dumping ground for Class A products. When we go to enforcement, we found out so many Class A's without registration. No register, but it's already in the market. You can ask my enforcement team that is going on. So mostly it's Class A. 70% is Class A. Hardly I get Class B or Class C or Class D unregistered medical devices. Right? And what happened is, so notice that you just put 100 anyone, any company can register and can sell Class A. So we want to stop that. That is the first idea of introducing fees according to the class. The second thing is, it is not a new thing that Malaysia is coming up. People are comparing with, Singapore, for example. How many applications is Singapore getting Class A? I've talked to the Singapore chief regulator. We had a discussion. I said, her name is Mimi, the HSA chief. I said, Dr. Mimi, how many applications do you receive compared to? She said that, Class A, we're not charging. I said, how many? Oh, we're getting so many. So many numbers. I said, how many is your number? Oh, Class A, we're getting 2,000 applications per year. Then, next to me was US, FDA, CIMA. He was saying, 2,000. That's okay. We also getting, how many you getting? He said, she's saying US is getting, we're getting almost 4,000. For Class 1 per year. I said, do you know how many Malaysia is getting per year? Any guesses here? I can put that in Class A, I'm talking about Class A, yeah? Class A. You know how many applications per year that we are processing? Almost 40,000 applications. Because last year, our total application for last year is 90,000 applications. Total Class A, B, C, D. Out of that, 60% is Class A. It's about 40,000 applications. So, we are looking into why this much of number. Then we found out when we compare with our enforcement, with the things that we investigate, we read, many unregistered devices is Class A. Because why? It is easily get available. That's why I say that we're coming up with this. Because first thing is we want to stop Malaysia to become the dumping ground for all this Class A. Because you will be having the problem. You will be registered, you will be selling a registered medical device with proper registration. The other fella will just bring it from somewhere without registration, will be selling illegally. Who's going to lose? It's not MDA, right? It is yours. So when we receive so many complaints like this from the industry, from MDA, from AMMI, even from Muralitharan, they say, what are you doing? In the Shopee, Lazada, all class A is going on. What are you doing? What are you doing? You ask us to pay, you ask us to, you as a regulator, you have to stop. That's where we come up with this idea. And we implement it. It's similar. UK is also charging the same thing. UK is charging 1,400 pounds. Right? At least we are charging 1,200 ratio. Yeah? But the only thing is, as I said, that the promise we are giving you is we already improved our effectiveness. That means that class A, within 40 days you get the approval if it's complete, everything is complete. The 40 days, that's our commitment. And then I will tell you that you won't need to go CAB for class A, that's confirmed. And the other thing is the 1,250 is for 5 years, not for 1 year, 2 years, for 5 years. The other thing is, I will ensure that it doesn't go up for the next 5 to 10 years. Right? So, I hope that's answered.
I hope you remain CEO for the 5 to 10 years. Another CEO, very different story.
That's why we are putting up this as a written document, so that it won't be simply. That's why when I come up and announce this, I announce in front of associations, so that they can hold on to the words and also hold on to the documents that we are producing. So this is our commitment to the industry. As well as we have already given few exemptions under the new exemption order. I think my team has under the new exemption order, there are a few exemptions already we have given to certain products, no need to register. Right? If let's say you're talking about for export only, no need to register. Right? Import for re-export, no need to register. Right? For depot, right? No need to register. These are exemptions already given. Now, additionally, we come with this low volume and low price. So if your class A falls under low volume, low price, might be give exemptions. It depends on the person, right? Any other questions?
Okay, good. Maybe Jessica from one center.
Mr. Murali, I would like to ask is about dental insurance. Because now, in the past when we first registered, you wrote for us that they are under class 1, but all the insurance fall under one registration. But in Malaysia, we have to split so many groups. So that is the reason why you can see the numbers is higher than other countries. So I'm wondering whether there will be some streamline doing to ease us as well, because let's say for our company, let's say 3 brands of dental instrument. It will come up to how many registration that we have to do, and in view of the increase of the fees, wow, how are we going to, our costing out will go up. So the consumer will also have an impact on that. I really wish that we consider this.
Yeah, as I said that the new document, guidance document is being developed for dental. That will be including the grouping, the classification and so on. So, as I said that dental will be a little different from IBD and other GMDs, because of the nature of the dental itself. So we'll come up with a kind of like a new groupings, and so we'll come up with a new things for classification.
So would we have a chance to participate in terms of it before you finalize?
Definitely. Now it's work in progress. Once we develop something, then we call the industry association to seek with us to give us the feedback.
I think there's one more question from two dental there.
those certificates from that 5 reference countries, that we can skip the CMB and submit directly to MDA.
If in registration 5 countries, referral countries, you can go for master route, verification route, right?
Yes, the current process is if we have reference, the certificate from the 5 reference countries, we can proceed with product verification instead of full assessment.
Yes.
But still, we need to engage a CMA to do the documentation and everything. Yeah, is it possible like other countries we can directly submit to authority since those documents the device is already being verified by the reference country?
Okay. My answer would be no for now. No, because the model that we are adopted, MDA adopted is with the CABs. That's already clearly in our law. We are coming out like, for example, like EU. EU is a notified body. The difference is that they are notified bodies as authority. So they are notified bodies like authority. Here, we have a similar system. We're going to CABs and trust. Now, why we have this unique system? In fact, many of the ASEAN countries are thinking of learning from us this CAB system. Why? Because that's why we can take it faster approvals. If without CAB, everything comes to authority directly, then it will be much more longer process for us to assess all the documents. In fact, we have to go to auditing and so on. So now when we outsource, it's not an outsource under the license of MDA, so they are acting on behalf of us. So it's actually one process, but it's split into 2. So it's the same thing like what Singapore is doing. It's one process, but it's only one people are doing. But different unit is doing, so you don't know. Here, we already announced it's going to be 2 entities, but one process. So first part done by CAB, second part made by authority. It's the same in all the countries. It's just that we are making it announced publicly saying that 2 entities will be doing the same process, the one process. It's like a chain. So that's the difference. So definitely it has to go to CAB because the law and our model is such a way. What we are doing is that, as I said, that verification process, we are talking to CAB to make it faster, more faster, to give the assessment, the approval, the certificate, so that we can submit to us much more faster. At the same time, we are also talking to CAB to look into the fee structure so that they won't charge, like as they like. So we are already talking to them. So these are the assurance that we give, but we cannot be like something directly there. But that one is given to CAB, sorry, class 1 only. Because class B, C, D is considered a complex devices. So when the risk is higher, definitely we need more people to verify this risk. So that's why we have this system.
Okay, one of the popular issue from the tech industry is always illegal online selling. So we know all these online platforms like Shopee, Lazada, I think MDA really challenges because for local, I think they can try to identify. For the overseas, even local sometimes they give a fake address or whatever. Worse, for the overseas, you really can't really get it. So we have thinking of coming up proposing like whether the platform can embed the data search under the platform, or I think another issue is that the member also have to be proactive to give feedback. Or if you not feedback, then the enforcement side will be having difficulty. So all these challenges I think we are facing. Any other solution, or maybe we can do better on controlling the illegal online selling? I don't know whether any method can be inter-country. I don't know. Because you all are doing, they are doing like MOU with other countries to recognize each other. Whether they will be enforcement like, I don't know. I don't know what else can we do on the online selling, because I know difficult for some of you using the stuff to track every day, and then you find, even yourself also find it may be difficult to trace. So what can we do with the platform? What else we can do on the platform? But definitely this one has to come from MDA because we have no say on the platform. I don't know what else you all have in the pipeline there to help this online selling because a lot of small items are come from Dental. Okay, thank you.
For online selling, our team is constantly meeting the online platform providers. And again, we had a discussion with Lazada. We already had a discussion with TikTok, TikTok Shop, and also Shopee. In fact, we are informing minister level. Lazada, the day Shopee, they have met minister itself. So we are coming up with this discussion with all these platforms for them to take proactive action. Means that if, let's say, we found out that online platform is selling unregistered medical device, immediately our team will alert the provider, let's say Shopee or Lazada and so on. They will immediately put down the advertisement, and then they will pass the information to us so that our enforcement team will go and trace the local supplier that is being advertised in this platform, as well as even though all the platforms like Shopee, Lazada, they already give assurance that if, let's say, the thing is repetitive and if we can inform them, they will ban the advertisement forever. So that is already given assurance by Lazada, Shopee to the Minister of Health himself. So with that, we constantly engaging with them. Last year alone, we took down about 14,000 online advertisements. And we are now working very closely. So recently, I think last week, TikTok Shop, they contacted us. They said that how we can work together with the MDA. So we are now working with TikTok shops and so on. So we are actively engaging with them. This also being part of the discussion with other countries that comes to the OU. So that we are telling them. So one of the initiatives under the ASEAN is the post-market information exchange. So all the ASEAN countries now, Malaysia is leading that. Means that all the 10 countries will be reporting about the post-market things in the ASEAN Secretariat, and we will follow up with that. So this will be one of the platforms to work with the other countries that comes to, let's say, we brought up their overseas suppliers directly engaging with Shopee and Lazada. We'll inform them, we'll inform the platform, and we'll inform the country to take action also to the regulator that other countries. So there's already working in progress. I also wish that you all as a member, if you all found out there is any selling illegally or anything, please inform us immediately. Don't worry about your identity. I can assure you, under the whistleblower, you will be protected. You won't be revealed because we have received so many complaints. My team is receiving so many complaints daily. I'm receiving some emails saying that this one is being sold, this one is being sold. Sometimes pharmacy will send to us saying that, oh, this website is selling this product, can you take action? So we're taking action. Many individuals are reporting to us, but we don't reveal. So we'll do the action. My team will go and do the so-called like the resikan. We'll do the resikan, siasatan, penyamaran, all we do. We do, my people will go and buy as a buyer, and then my people, once they sell, we got the confirmation, and he will go to the rates and so on. We do that because we got a full power to enforce. With or without police, we have full power equivalent to police. We can enter any premises, we can enter any company or manufacturing without having a warrant. With or without warrant, we can enter, confiscate also. So the power is with us. So we are fully exercising the power. So to answer you, we are already working together, but if there is a way that we can improve, please feel free to help us to identify.
Can you give us the person that we can contact? Because I have some medical device selling online.
Go on for the mic.
Can you give us the person that we can contact? Because I see Shopee and they had a few of our medical devices selling online because the thing is from China, but it's sold in the Shopee Malaysia here. So if you give us a contact, you can copy and paste the
FEMS, FEMES, Feedback Management System, FEMES. There you can give all the information to us. Will pick up on that. So it's a website again. www.femes, FEMES.
I think you all have figures last time.
Yeah.
We did share. I think many of us are not really have the trust. I think CEO to their expectation. I think we're putting in. I think definitely they will have some action. So you have to try. Because at the end of the day, you know your product better. Because no one can look at it every day versus your product. So it's good that if you complain through the vendors, give information. I think they will take action.
Yeah, you can put it as a repeater, you put it up with a screenshot and so on. We will attend it immediately and I think take action. If there is no, let's say, product to take action or anything, you can also email to me. I always keep checking my emails, so don't worry. If you email, immediately I will respond it. If you have my number, you can WhatsApp me also. I'm all the time available and reachable.
If you cannot get him, you can get association. Okay, another popular topic, I think, popular issue, I think, is about illegal importation or bringing in by the professional, the dentists. They place and use the product in the clinic. So, of course, I think I also received complaints from a member. I think some of them worried to be the one to complain. So, but we can identify, even some we saw they posted on Facebook. So all these are as big as the dental chair to a small item they carry in Malaysia. So this part that day when we meet again, talking about the issue of how CCAP can come in. I think the earlier session they shared the CCAP. I think they have not gone to the stage of structuring for the dental. Because I think the last meeting we talked about is whether MDA and also CCAP joint inspection can come up with a standard guideline that they can inspect all the big items like dental chair, all the equipment, compressor, you should have the list. Then when you check the new setup or annual inspection, I think that should be in place. So I don't know what's the progress now. Maybe you can update us on this. Thank you.
Yeah, we call it joint enforcement or the joint enforcement we already started. MDA now actively engaging with APTN to go into this joint enforcement. In fact, when we already started to talk to CCAP and pharmacy together. So now the ministry level, last week, this Monday, we had a discussion at the ministry level to do this joint enforcement with CCAP, MDA, pharmacy, food and all those things. So we come up with our own team to go. So when we go together and we will have a list of things that we want to see. And also we are not constantly updating CCAP what they can do. That's why sometimes they do enforcement by themselves. Right? So when they go to the clinics, for example, and they found out, so they know what to check and how to report to us. So that's what we know that. Even at the ministry level, they already started to do this joint enforcement. So yeah,
that's really good. I think that's the industry would like MDA to do something for us. Because this will help to deter any illegal bringing in from overseas or by importation. Okay, I think that's a good one.
So I noticed one thing. Not only KKM, even the private clinics, private hospitals having this thing. They are importing directly from overseas without registering. We found out already. So now my next step will be my enforcement team to go into the private clinics and private hospitals. Not only to the manufacturing or to the pharmacies, but I already instruct them to go to the clinics or the hospitals. That day we enter vehicles, we are going into this. So for us, it's all equal. If you not register, you have to be responsible for that, and we are taking action. So far, we have taken action whereby already 18 companies already suspended their license so far. And 5 companies already revoked their license. That means like banned, forever banned. I already revoked their license. 18 companies already suspended their license for 6 months. 5 companies are in the court. I'm bringing up the court. 1 already received the court order, so this is the progress that we are making. So we are going all out for enforcement. There is no way to say that you are a big, you are a small. For us, all equal. So you can be a country or you can be a small chain. It's all the same for us.
So far, do you have any training or specifically empathy to come to the stage yet?
We already have. In fact, we found out there are 2 dental companies. Not yet. But the companies that supply to this clinic, we already found out are suspended license for supplying unregistered dental chair. So I already do that. Now we are going to the because the thing is we cannot take action against the clinic or the so-called like the hospital because they are the end users. But we are going up through them. We are going to the supplier to their product. If the clinic they having let's say dental chair, we ask for an MDA certificate. If they cannot provide the MDA certificate, then we know that they bought it from somebody else. So we go after the person who supplied the dental chair. That is how we found out these 2 companies and we suspended their license.
But sometimes it's a clinic owner, dentist, medical officer. They import directly from China themselves. So it's illegal, right? So my proposal is for new, you see like CCAP, for new clinic set up, before they do final inspection, prior to issue the product P or CD for the clinic, they require you must have dental chair, put there, autoclave and this compressor. While in autoclave compressor, you must have the DOS, the JKB license. So why for these few basic things that maybe MDA can propose to CCAP that CCAP must also request them for the MDA certificate, product registration certificate of these few things. The main thing first there's no more thing you know. After that they will buy. These few things first, we start with this. When they come for inspection, before they issue the product C or B for medical, they must show this same like what they show in the DOS certificate. So the supplier for the chair, they need to furnish the product registration certificates with each item they have to highlight the whole thing. I think that will be better for new clinic. Your old clinic really subjective, play area. Where they might be using this for 10 years.
Okay.
Proposal accepted.
Accepted. It's come to the CCAP's we will give a list of things what we need to do when they improving the license.
We have very exciting sessions with all the things that bringing up. So maybe we can have 2 more last sessions. Anyone want to bring up?
I got one question. It's like found out a designated medical device permit. This permit is applied by the end user or the supplier to use on patient. End user, that is the clinic. So do MDA website have the list of designated medical device? What is a designated? Maybe give me some example.
Yeah, because right now we already finalized the list we already have. But this one is more towards like laser, pico machine, pico laser, which I review, these items are being, now we are in the process of getting clearance from ATC for the order because Minister already signed. Now we are putting up with ATC. Once ATC approved, Minister will sign and come up with the order. In that order, you have the order list of the product.
Because dental also got laser. So is it included under the same category?
Because we already discussed laser and we already discussed what laser, the laser and so on. So if it fits comes, if let's say the laser that what you are talking about,
Yes,
it fits into this definition, then
But they got few laser, laser, some, they use for the gum tissue, they also can use for facial, you can see.
yeah. So we will already explain, we already put it up there. Let's say with laser, what are the frequency, what are the processes, what are the what we call the intended use of the laser. So if let's say it falls, then we have to apply for it. But we already have this. So now waiting for the
Okay, last question.
Anyone? Dr. Murali, very busy person. We are lucky to have him so very next now.
No, I want to ask, there are unique identifications, this barcode for each medical device. What does this mean?
UDI, Unique Device Identification, I'm sure many of you know. It's a UDI code that we use for trading. So right now, we are not implementing that, but US and EU already started to implement. Now it's a voluntary phase, but by 2027 they're going to make it mandatory. So the moment they make it mandatory, we have to implement that. Because then our product, whether US or EU market, then we have to comply with this UDI. So UDI is in the pipeline. We will be introducing to class D first. Class D medical devices will be starting to use this UDI hopefully by end of this year. We'll start to try it first. Class D. Then everything is okay, then we'll go to class class C, then we'll go to class B. We won't use UDI for class A. So it will be only for D, C and B, equivalent to U and US.
So how about small implant, tooth implant? So this UDI, how to apply? Because the implant of the patient, so there will be a traceability.
Right. It will based on tie-up with the registration. If let's say that small thing is registered as a medical device with one registration, then you have to have to do that. It's similar to US EU, if they also will have that. So we follow exactly like what US EU in Singapore is doing. So it won't be different from what let's say Singapore is doing, what US is doing. No, we will be following similarly. So if let's say one thing, good thing is, if let's say you already your product already registered with this UDI in US and EU, you can still use the same thing in Malaysia. You don't need to re-register in Malaysia again. So you just give the what we call UDI, that number, we will enter here in our system, then we can use the same code. Don't need to have a new code. So that kind of things we already arranged.
Okay, if no more questions, then we will close this dialogue. Any closing remarks for
I just want to highlight that please keep talking to us as an association, even your members. Any issues, please raise up to the association and let the association talk to us. Because it's much more effective way of addressing these issues. As I said that, I'm really thankful to the association because they brought up many issues when they met MDA, the other association. So from there we pick up, from there the new guidance document for dental, new policies coming out. So this is way of helping you all by giving us this feedback. So please continue to cooperate with the association and the association cooperate with us to provide a better platform for all of us.
Thank you very much, Dr. Murali and the MDA team here. Okay, I think before we go, we will take a group photo. Pass to you.